This is Mr. Happy.
And I'm the G-Man. Welcome back.
Hey, you're cutting into my This is the War Zone.
Okay, say it. Go ahead and say it.
I just said it.
This is the War Zone.
Okay. Thanks for coming back, guys. If you are on our website, lvrocks.com is where we're at. Get in the live chat. It's kind of banging in there. We're going to start paying attention a little bit more to it. If you want to get on the show, call 70. Did I just say if you want to get on the show? Yeah, if you want to get on the show, call 702-479-5254.
That's correct.
Or Skype us at Tunes and Talk, and we're going to try and get as many people on the show as we can.
We've got a room full of Skypers here, I think.
We still have Facebook Vince on the line. He gave us a pretty good argument the last segment. Vince, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Vince. I got one more argument for you.
Okay.
And this is an argument that I kind of get from listening to some of my atheist friends. I used to be an atheist myself, but I have some atheist friends. And you ever heard an atheist say that, they shouldn't have the word God in the Pledge of Allegiance because they don't want their children going to school and being indoctrinated with our beliefs, right? You've heard that before, right?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Okay, so imagine we have a country full of religious folks, and almost every major religion is opposed to gay marriage, okay, or homosexual activity, rather. And gay marriage suddenly becomes the standard in our country. It's legal. Everybody's happily married and gay. And you got an influx of all these media shows, Glee, all these different shows, the new normal. And everybody's talking about how happy it is to be and how good it is to be gay, right? But then you got all these religious people trying to teach their children at home that, no, that's against everything we teach in our home as a belief. So do you see how the religious people would think that that's an indoctrination in the other direction of their children?
Yeah, I can see I can see that from their point of view. However, I mean, we do live in a free country, so I don't think anybody's religious belief should be imposed on or shoved down anyone's throats either. If people think that gay marriage is normal and you want to teach your children that it's not, then that's up to you. That's up to you to teach your children. It's not up to society. And if you're a good parent and that's what you believe and that's what you want your children to believe, then it should work. If you're not a good parent, well, then I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I agree with you somewhat, point, Vince. This is the G-Man. Concerning parenting, it all starts within the home.
Yes, it does.
I mean, you have to teach your children. I mean, I don't know. Again, tradition here, and things have been the way they've been for 2,000-3,000 years. There's no reason to change it. Gay rights, gay people, they can do whatever they want. They can move in with each other. They can be in a relationship. They can adopt children now.
You don't
even have to be married as a gay couple.
Actually, gays have the complete right to get married. They just have to marry someone of the opposite sex.
Right. That too. Or go to one of the 8 states where you can get married. That's it. And again, I don't see the other 42 states following that quickly. It could take another 100 years for that. So
I don't honestly think it's going to take that long. I think people are coming to realize that gay people are not evil. They're not out there to indoctrinate your children. They're just out there doing their thing. They just happen to be sexually attracted to someone of the other sex or same sex, and it is what it is. But I would like to go back to one thing you said a few minutes ago.
Okay.
You said homosexuality, in your opinion, is a behavior.
Is a what?
And it's not a group of people. You
said
it was a behavior.
Yeah, you're breaking up just a little bit there. I don't know if we got a mic problem.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You said homosexuality was a behavior, and they shouldn't be covered under the 14th Amendment because they're not necessarily a group. It's a behavior.
Correct.
Well, wouldn't that make heterosexuality a behavior as well?
Exactly. Heterosexuality is a behavior that crosses all lines of cultures. Correct.
Good.
So people that practice heterosexuality are allowed to get married.
That's correct because not because they can't get married because they practice heterosexuality. They can get married because we define it as one man, one woman, and of course by definition that becomes heterosexuality. Vince, man, this has been a great call. I want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank you for your service.
Thank you, Vince.
You bet. But we got a bunch of people on the phones I want to get to.
Alrighty.
So please hang out and listen to the rest of the show, and I will talk to you on Facebook, and we'll go at it some more.
Thanks, Vince. Appreciate it.
All right.
Good night.
Bye.
So up next, we got Jay from Kentucky on the phone line. Jay, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, Jay, what's happening?
Mr. Happy?
Hey, doing good.
What's up, Jay?
I was just listening to some of the comments where people in various chat boards where they're trying to make valid or legitimize a deviant behavior. And like a couple of like you said, and that it's classified under, the same as bestiality, incest, and I just don't understand why they get so upset when we don't feel that they should have the right to get married. It's just promoting and legitimizing deviant, controllable behavior, and I just don't get where they're coming from.
Okay. Well, that's like millions of other Americans think the same way, and it's okay to. There's no wrong or there is a right or wrong, but your opinion is your opinion.
Listen, if you're gay out there, that's great, and you look at yourself and your behavior as one thing. You look at it as the most natural thing in the world because you're doing it, right? You're living in it, and it's the most natural feelings in the world to you. And a lot of people will say, gays love each other, and that's fine too. If you feel that love, great. But there's a lot of other people that feel those same kind of feelings, and we don't give them the same kind of, how should I say, level of distinction as we do the gay and the homosexual community, right? Have you ever heard of a pedophile who hurts children in our eyes, but in his mind he loves those children, right? I mean. So in his twisted mind, he finds love somehow in that relationship, and we look at it like, kill this guy, put a bullet in his head. We don't want him in our society anymore. So just because one behavior has become so popular and all over the media and everybody loves it, how does it make it any more right?
I don't get it. I
think they're trying to make it legitimate and feel better about themselves.
I agree there.
And their whole argument is that they're born that way. They're no different than white, black, or heterosexuals. They think they're no different than anybody else because they were born that way. And with a countrywide recognition of gay marriage will legitimize their deviant behavior, and it's just very passionate on their end because it would legitimize their behavior, and they want it legitimized because they feel that they're born that way, which is a completely different topic, but it goes parallel with the gay marriage because they feel that they're no different, or they're not bad people. They think they're just as good as anybody else, and they should have the same rights as anybody else. They may be in different aspects of life, but when you talk about a deviant behavior, when it's lumped in with the other things that we shun or don't approve of, then that's where we get into the big heated debates.
Right, and we got
born that way or you don't.
Yeah, we're going to have a whole other show on the whole born gay topic, but we got people sounding off in the chat room. Ty Tech says one is a criminal deviant who assaults innocent children. I think we can all agree on that. Of course, he's criminal and deserves a bullet to the head. We all agree on that. There's lots of people going off in the chat room. Listen, Jay, thanks for calling in. We're going to try and get a couple more callers in before the break.
I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you for calling in.
Thanks for calling. Next up is...
Thank you, man.
Thanks, G-Man. He said thank you,
Hey,
G-Man.
thank you, too. All right, you have a good night.
All right, we're going to bring in Bobby. Bobby is on the line.
Bobby, are you there?
Yeah.
Hey, all right, man. It's good to hear from you. So
How we doing, man?
What do you think about all this, the gay marriage issue?
Well, there's a couple of things. Let me turn my speakers down a little bit.
Cool. Good.
We got about 2 minutes there before we're up on a hard break there, Bobby. Go ahead.
Okay. First, I do believe they're trying to indoctrinate our children. You go to schools and they're reading these books like Heather's to Bombing, to second grade kids, and they're trying to tell them it's okay to be gay.
Hey, Bobby. Bobby.
Yeah.
Can I have you try to re-Skype in because I got a really bad connection? You're coming in and out.
Yeah.
Can you re-Skype in, and Hawkeye, can you look for him on that for us? And do we have anybody else over there? No. Okay, so we're going to try and get Bobby back on the Skype line.
Well, we got a lot of people in the chat room that
I think people hate me right now for my beliefs, but I really don't give a crap what people think.
Well, I agree with the same, and not in this deepest discussion of where you went, but I do. Again, I'm a traditionalist. Traditional marriage has been around forever. It's Mother Nature. Again, man and woman get married, they fall in love, procreate, populate the world, and it's done over and over and over and over. And until scientists recently, in modern science, the only way you could have a child was with a man and a woman forming a relationship and having children. That's how it's supposed to be.
Well, yeah, I posted this thing on Facebook today, and I just asked a simple question. Okay, we got Bobby back. Let's bring Bobby back after the commercial break. So, Bobby, if you can hold on, and if you're hearing us, just hold on.
Yeah, we'll get you right back.
We got a commercial break coming. But I posted this thing on Facebook about, saying that the best situation for a child, the optimal situation to raise a child, is one loving mother, one loving father.
I agree.
And it blew up into 140 comments of people just saying the stupidest stuff.
They went random. They went crazy.
It's unbelievable.
With it.
So who can argue that? Who can argue that that's not the best situation?
It is. It is the best situation.
There is no
it's
logic.
the only
there is
situation.
no logical. No, well, it's not the only situation. It is the most logical.
Right. Well, again, like I said, with today's modern science, anybody a gay couple can get and fertilize to test tube babies. They can adopt now. And again, I'm just a traditionalist, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't like people just because you're a traditionalist doesn't mean you're religious either. I want to get that fact out there too.
Right.
I'm not the most religious person. I grew up in a religious household, but my faith has waned over the years. And again, I just believe in tradition, and that's just one of them.
Yeah.
No disrespect to anyone, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah. So we got a guy, a non-registered crusher, in the chat room, and he asks who dictates the love and lives of others. I'm going to get to that question right after the break. Stay with us. 2 more minutes.
Hello, everybody. This is Aaron Phillips from Vegas and Rap Productions, and I'm sitting here with my good friend G-Man from the War Zone. How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing so good right now. I'm glad Mr. Happy's not in here. Well, he talks too much.
Before we find out more about that, the name of the show is The War Zone, every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. Pacific. Is that not right?
You got it.
And what makes your show special?
Oh, we talk about headlines, politics, and religion, and we go at it. Really at it.
Who usually wins, you or him?
I do. I always win. Everything I say is the right thing.
Hey. What the hell's going on in here, G-Man?
Oh, come on.
Are
What
you
are
talking
doing?
smack behind
Get
my back?
out of here.
I can't leave the room for 5 seconds.
All right. Now, I thought it was G-Man and Mr. Happy.
It's Mr. Happy and the G-Man
Whatever.
on the War Zone, pal.
Okay, whatever.
Oh, my goodness. You better listen to these guys every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. here on The War Zone, lvrocks.com.
You're unbelievable.
Get out of the room, man. Will you stop?
I just came back in.
Give me my pen back. Give me my pen back.